Rafael Nadal of Spain, above, hitting a return to Novak Djokovic of Serbia during their semi-final match on Saturday at the Italian Open in Rome. CreditFilippo Monteforte / Agence France-Presse, Getty Images May 19, 2018 Rome. In their 51st match, an ATP record, Rafael Nadal won for the 25th time, beating Novak Djokovic, 7-6, 4, 6-3, in the semi-finals of the Italian Open on Saturday afternoon. The match was gratifying for both of them. Nadal stayed on track for a sixth title here, and Djokovic proved that he had regained some of the form and confidence that had left him in recent months. Rafa was just better in important moments, Djokovic said. He just managed to play the right shots, and he deserved to win. He was the better player. He added, I don't think that there was too much of a difference, which is great for me, great news for me, because Rafa is, of course, the best player ever to play tennis on clay courts, and, you know, he's in great form, and it's very difficult to play him on clay anywhere. Though Djokovic landed several punches, including several striking return winners, Nadal was steadier and stronger at crucial moments. He dominated in longer rallies, winning 14 of the 20 points that extended to 9 or more shots. Both men finished with impressive numbers. Nadal hit 22 winners, 16 of which came on his forehand, against 14 unforced errors. Djokovic hit 26 winners against 20 unforced errors. Nadal stayed relatively demure during the match, but celebrated exuberantly once it was won. He exulted further after shaking Djokovic's hand, by throwing his left fist in the air and shouting toward the sky. Nadal has weathered his own difficulties with unreliable health, starting with an ATP tournament in Basel, Switzerland, in October. He failed to complete 8 consecutive tournaments before winning in Monte Carlo in April. Comebacks are not easy, I know that, Nadal said, before evaluating Djokovic's trajectory. I saw him in a couple of matches this year, and I saw him playing this week, Nadal said, and in my opinion, it was the best week that he's played, not only today. Just 2 years ago, Djokovic reached the apex of his career when he won the 2016 French Open to complete a career Grand Slam. He became the first man to hold all 4 Grand Slam singles titles at once since Rod Laver won them all in 1969. But Djokovic plummeted quickly from that height. He lost in the 3rd round at Wimbledon, then continued to slide, coping with an elbow injury and struggling to find the mental and emotional tranquility he once savored. Image Nadal, left, and Djokovic embraced after a match that was gratifying for both players. Credit Dean Mutheropoulos / Getty Images. He has won only 3 titles in the 2 years since his French Open title. With his loss to Nadal, he falls out of the top 20 for the first time since 2006. Nadal is trending in the opposite direction if he wins the final on Sunday, against Alexander Zverev, who beat Marin Cilic in their semi-final, 7-6, 13, 7-5. He will reclaim the No.1 ranking from Roger Federer, who is skipping the clay season for the 2nd consecutive year. You know the answer, Djokovic said when asked if Nadal was his favorite to win the French Open, which he has won 10 times before. Despite his sinking ranking, Djokovic was buoyant after the defeat. The week in Rome, capped by his competitive match against Nadal, had shown Djokovic again able to contend with the game's best, after several months of wayward results, which perhaps hit a nadir when he meekly faded against 109th-ranked Taro Daniel at Indian Wells in March, part of his first 3-match losing streak since 2007. Djokovic said that this week was the best that I've felt on the court, by far, within the last several months. It's a mental process, as well, to get back into that match play, he said. You need to play matches to get back that level of confidence that you need in order to compete with these kinds of guys who are the best players in the world, and to have a chance to compete for the biggest trophies. He added, I've never faced this kind of situation before, so I thought that it's not going to take me long to get back on the winning ways. But it actually happened the contrary, and I had to learn a lesson and accept the circumstances. Djokovic sounded a typically philosophical note to express that he felt he had turned a corner. "In life, we people are very powerful, you know," he said. "We can turn things around in one day, and I truly believe in that. I mean, I've experienced it myself many times throughout my life and my tennis career, so I believe that one match, one tournament, can turn things around one way or another. It just depends how you deal with it, how you process everything, how you accept it." Nadal, for his part, expressed total confidence in Djokovic's resilience. "Don't have any doubt that if Novak wants to play, he will be back at his best," Nadal said. "He is too good to not be there." On the women's side, the defending champion, Elina Svitolina, reached the final for a second consecutive year with a 6-4, 6-3 win over Anett Kontaveit. Svitolina, who will face Simona Halep, a 4-6, 6-1, 6-4 winner over Maria Sharapova, in the title match, said that she had grown into the confidence required of a defending champion. "Last year, I was more gaining experience, gaining confidence," Svitolina said. "This year, I tried to think that this is a part of my game, a